Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther. It's the Tier 7 German SPG. This one's located on the eastbourne of Berlin and it's under command on Panama63. Now he's got a 15cm howitzer and he's capable of doing 600 alpha and penetrating 39mm of armor. Game on. It's another Arty that the Germans never got to make, unfortunately. They didn't have enough Panther hulls to actually go ahead and put this into production, but it was planned. There were designs and they were going to build it, but unfortunately they were overcome with a desire and a need to get hold of tanks. Now this is a rather unusual position, mainly because it only covers the bridge area. It doesn't cover the south or the confrontation area with the heavies, so I think he's anticipating the enemy's going to come across the bridge. In fact, the first enemy he spots is a G2 on the other side of the battlefield. And that one hits the building. Wasn't fully dialed in. Now actually he can hit the heavy tank area. I'm wrong there because he is close enough to the entrance to actually get a shot in that general direction. But he needs to let the shells dial in first. 25.89 seconds is the standard reload. He's got 20.85. Not fully dialed in there, but he could be on that T55. Rounds out. Unfortunately, only stun. Hits the building again. So it's very difficult to actually get a shell through that gap. Sometimes it does hit the ruined structures. I feel it ought to knock the ruined structures down sometimes. That's better. Yes, he not only stunned both tanks, he definitely got a direct hit on the T55A. 193, it's a start. Oh, and the enemy Arty's suddenly come into sight. In fact, both enemy Artys are now in sight, and it looks like our ELC 790 is the one who's found them. And he's been badly damaged, but can see that Panama is actually focusing on the heavy tanks instead of the Arty. And we just lost our ELC. He got taken out by Progetto 54, but not before he took out the GW Panther on the enemy team. So they've still got one Arty. Oh, direct hit into the side of the T55A. That was a good shot. In fact, that T55A is giving a stun assist, and he's gone down. So there's still one enemy Arty on the enemy team in the corner, supposedly in grid square A2. We can't get a shot on that Progetto just yet. He comes out the corner. Oh, he hit the top of him. He got 97 hit points, but he's getting stun assist, and I think that Progetto's about to go down. Yep, he's got that one as well. So far the team are doing rather well. They're 3 up on the enemy. We're now looking at that Progetto 54, the same guy who took out our ELC 790. Landed near him for 54. We got some stun assists as well. We just saw the tracer coming out from the enemy M12. He's actually behind those wrecked tankers wagons, just a short distance away. Yeah, he just fired from that particular spot. We fire around him to try and get the Progetto, but he moved position. Yes, the M12, there he's fired again. So he is moving about actually, just behind those wagons. I think he knows that he's been located, but we can't see him precisely. Rounds out the Progetto again. Hits the building. I think RNG was a little unkind there, but he was trying for a splash anyway because he couldn't get a direct hit. The Progetto is hiding behind that building. And our IS is about to turn up, so we're about to find out where that M12 is, because he'll spot him very, very shortly. And in the meantime, we're now moving towards what's going in the town, and we can't get a decent shot on the G2, and the M12 has suddenly come into sight, just as I anticipated. Okay, we're dialing in. I think he's fired that a bit splash, but it still works, and he gets the kill. It landed just to one side of the M12 and splashed him. But our teammates are coming in to finish off that Progetto 54, and there's only 4 enemy vehicles left. 3 of them are down in the south. One's still in the north, the Progetto. Instead, we're going to go for the SMV CC67, who just managed to get a hit from the Char Future 4. He's pulling back. And yes, we're still getting a bit of reticule bloom there. That target's gone down. Looking towards the east, there's a G-Saw. Char Future 4 goes in for the ram. Now, if we do find out, we might miss out on getting a high caliber, but I'm not sure we're actually going to get that anyway. But he stunned him. He didn't damage the Char Future 4, so he's preserved his possibility of getting a high caliber, but I doubt if he's actually going to get a high caliber because he hasn't got a huge amount of damage anyway. Okay, so next round. Rounds out. Direct hit on the engine bay of the G-Saw this time. It did damage the Char Future 4, would have damaged him otherwise. And our M12 goes in and shotguns the guy in the rear for a close-in shot, which means there's only one enemy left. It's a UDA 16. He's hiding in that corner. We fired Snap. It hits the building. Yeah, it's got to try and let it dial in before shooting, because otherwise snapshots tend to miss. And the last enemy tank is down, and that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for Panama63 in the GW Panther. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6, and his win rate from that game wasn't particularly high, 968, but he benefited from a lot of stun assist out of that game. Let's have a look at team score. Well, you can see he was way down the table on actual damage. Only 782 in total, but remember, still an ace tanker. When it came to the highest damage, that was the Panzer07 RH. He got 3,436. Second highest damage went to a Cobra, 2,448. And the third highest damage was the Char Future 4 with 1,980. When it came to kills, it was the Panzer again. He managed to get 3 kills, so did the Progetto 54. And on the enemy team, nobody got more than 1 kill. And of course, we did see that Panama got a kill in that game as well, the M12. When it came to base XP, he's in second place. And this is where he got that ace tanker. 1,259 went to the Panzer, 1,097 went to Panama63. The only 2 players to get over 1,000 base in that game. And of course, he got that stun assist, which actually enabled him to get the ace tanker. 12 shots fired, 4 direct hits, no penetrations, but 14 splash. Damage of 782 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 5 of the enemy, killed 1, so just missed out on getting a Confederate by 2 tanks. 586 hit points of damage assist, but this is where he got the ace. 1,889 stun assist off 8 stuns. So combine that 2 together, it's 2,300, and add that on as well, another 3,000 in total of damage. So yes, it was actually all done on the assist in this game. He earned a profit of 50,962 credits on a premium count and 4,936 experience points altogether. But he's got his first ace tanker, not a GW Tiger, this one's a GW Panther. But yes, it's an easy mistake to make. But well done. Congratulations on getting your first one. I would say the lessons to be learned from this battle is to actually try and focus on letting the aim dial in on a particular target before you actually shoot. It tends to make the shell go straight. It's only RNG that tends to make the shell drift to one side. But if you fire snap, there's a very good chance that it might drift because, of course, your reticule is very big. And so there's much more chance that the shell's not going to go where you want it to. That last shell you fired at the UDES, if you waited a few seconds to let it dial in, then the shell would have been very close to the UDES, and you would have got the stun assist off that one for sure. As it is, you didn't pick up anything from that tank. But it's just a little hint that maybe that's where you can improve. Let the aims settle in. There are loads of players on our channel who do let their aim settle in. You'll notice how accurate they do get, especially the top players with 3 marks of excellence on their barrel. But congratulations on getting your first ace tanker. You get that scroll underneath. That's the first time you've done it, and well done. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.